Without forgiveness, we are chained to the past. Jack Cornfield. Grand Rising! If you are a first time viewer, welcome. My name is Joseph Long, and I thank you for tuning in. To my returning viewers, hello, friends, and thank you for your consistent support. Sometimes we are caught up in the negative thoughts, painful memories, anger, and hostility. We need to overcome these violent thoughts for our own well being. Forgiveness is essential, but sometimes it's incredibly tricky because there's so much pain involved, such as maybe your boyfriend cheated on you. How do you forgive him, and why should you? Maybe you hurt yourself and you need to forgive yourself, but self forgiveness can be even harder. Your best friend, maybe he or she betrayed you. Forgiveness feels impossible because of painful emotions. You're too enlightened to get revenge, but forgiveness, impossible. Your parents abandoned you. Forgiveness is the last thing you're thinking about. Yes, it is a challenge, but it is also essential. The Mayo Clinic states that forgiveness helps you to improve relationships, bolster mental health, decrease stress and anxiety, lower blood pressure, and strengthen the immune system. Today, I offer you a meditation for forgiveness. The intention of this practice is to help you understand the human weaknesses that cause another person to make a mistake so you can forgive them. But before we start today's meditation, if you haven't already done so, please like, comment, if you care to share. If you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, I encourage you to do so. Please subscribe to Inspirational Moments with Joseph Long, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you may be notified every time I post something new. These may seem like small gestures to you, but to me, it means a lot. Thank you. So let's begin. So I encourage you to right now close your eyes and let your body relax. Breathe deeply into yourself, calling your attention inside. Let the air in each breath reach all the way into you, into the lungs, your belly, and all the way down to your toes. Easy, full breaths, slowing you down, clearing your mind, and bringing you right here, right now. Breathe. Now, this might sound strange, but go with me on this. I want you to list 10 things that you have done wrong to another person. This will help you to recognize your own transgressions. You will remember that people are human. This simple acknowledgement will help you to accept negative behavior from others. Remind yourself that you are forgiving them for two reasons. One, to show compassion to the other person. And two, because it will help you with your own health and happiness. Tell yourself that you are not forgetting. You are just reframing the way you think about what happened. Now imagine being the other person at the time they did you wrong. Now see things from the other point of view. Consider why it happened. Be conscious of the fact that it was a weakness that led to their error. Perhaps they had stress in their life and treated you badly because of it. Perhaps they were overwhelmed at work and forgot to get you a birthday gift. Perhaps they were going through emotional pain and that emotional pain led them to stray. Try to understand the thoughts and emotions that led to their wrongdoing. Now recite the mantra, I release this and I forgive you 27 times. This forgiveness meditation practice challenges you to realize that you yourself are human and make errors, and that the other person is human too and made an error. Now bring your awareness back to the room. Feeling where your body makes contact with the chair, the floor, or the mattress. Breathe in, breathe out. slowly open your eyes. Namaste. When you are feeling guilt, shame, lingering suffering, judgmentalism, or blame, it is time for forgiveness. Let go of that emotional baggage. It is the best thing you can do, both for the other person and for yourself. And so it is. All right. So on YouTube, oh, Miss Pamela not on here live, but I see the up. It's funny. I love how life works. Pamela is not here, who's usually on here, but my beautiful Talisa, who's usually aren't able to make it live, is on here. Grand rising to you, beautiful, as she states, morning handsome. Grand rising all. Good to have you on here. I thought about you when I was doing this script, forgiving myself for not achieving my self goals. That's a whole nother lesson, but I'm going to add this since you put it out there because I want you to plant this seed or put this in that this practice, that this internal working that you're doing in regards to that. In addition to forgiving yourself for not achieving your self goals, I want you to add an alternative thinking about that. You planted the seed. You know what you want. You have the goals on there. I hope you have written what these goals are so you can consistently be looking at them. If you're doing that, if you stating that daily, I want you to know that the universe is going to bring that for you. I want you to realize that if that's what you truly want, if you are envisioning this, if you writing this down, if you see it in your mind's eye, I want you to know that it is unfolding. Steps are happening in your life now towards those goals. The universe is bringing the right people to you. The right ideas are coming, the right opportunities. So do not beat yourself forward because you know what it is. It's happening. Believe that. I'm telling you, you know what I have achieved. And just the recent stuff, you know what I achieved. It's been years, decades even in the making. So it's coming. Do not beat yourself down for that. So I'm glad you said the right thing. Forgive yourself. And it's funny because I know I'm running on a tangent, but you made me think of this, Talisa. I was at a birthday party just this past Friday night and little stuff we beat ourselves over, but we don't know that it causes um, anxiety, dis-ease within us. So I eat from 8 to 4, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. After that, I do a 16-hour fasting. And then I start the cycle again, 8 a.m., start eating again. So this party was at 8 p.m. The party, we went to a friend's house. You know him, Richard. He had not a house. We went to a restaurant to eat. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is where I fast. So I'm thinking about this. So we at the restaurant, we eat. I'm okay. So I eat something light. So I get I get broccoli with chicken, and everybody is just pigging out. Some people didn't eat all day just so they could pig out. It was a buffet restaurant, and one of the ladies there, never met her. I love her energy. She's like, forgive yourself. Eat how you want to and forgive yourself for this moment. And I'm like, you know what? She's right. I'm going to forgive myself. I'm going to allow myself to enjoy this moment with these beautiful people. Just a simple exercise like that was so freeing. It allowed myself to live that moment. Simple forgiveness exercises like that is so much healing. And I'm glad you state that when people think of forgiveness, a lot of times they think for you forgiving somebody else. A lot of times we need to forgive self. So thank you for sharing that. Um, I love you. Okay, alternative. Thank you. Steps are happening. Yes, yes, the little stuff. Yes, just yes, friend. Thank you for touching and agreeing. And then on IG, yes, so who's here bright early and bushy tail? I have Miss Pat on here. Hey, Miss Pat. Forgive me, my voice is going out. This was a birthday weekend from me. A cousin of mine, I think she's like a second or third cousin. She was celebrating her big 70, her 70th birthday. And she asked me to sing at her birthday celebration. Mind you, I go to church early in the morning. They have deemed me praise team leader. And so I'm singing hard at church. So the voice is kind of raspy. I decide to sing a song that's in my higher range. So on my best day, I do the song well. On the not so best day, it could be challenging. So just to let you know, I did Impossible Dream, Luther Vandross rendition. Normally, when I sing it for karaoke, I do an octave lower. I couldn't find an octave lower, so I did it in the original key. But the voice is going through a challenge right now. So good to see you, Miss Pat. Miss Martha is in the house. Grand Rising, Miss Martha. My cleaning lady is in the house. Miss Slim Brown. Grand Rising to you ladies. Oh, also her other channel, Tinus Clean, is on in the house as well. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Thank you, ladies, for lending your consciousness. Oh, so we are at the end of today's practice. It was a short meditation because it could have been long, but I hope you found it impactful as well. And this, my friends, concludes today's practice. I want to thank each and every one of you so much for your participation and for tuning in for you today. Join me again tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on my YouTube and Instagram channels. Go forward, being the light that you are. And if you get nothing else from today's practice, I want to emphasize, I can't emphasize enough to be kind first and foremost to yourself. Be compassionate. That little example I gave you about my little event Friday night, forgive yourself. Allow yourself to live a little. And when you do, you could truly be happy. You can be free. Peace and blessings. Mwah!